Black Mirror and The Twilight Zone are probably the only two shows out there that are the most comparable. They are both sci-fi anthologies that look at society, technology, and each put their own take on what it could be like if it were to be tampered with. With this in mind, I thought it would be a good idea to put the two shows up against each other and see which one out of the two would reign supreme. By the way, this is about the 2019 version of The Twilight Zone, not the original. So, which is better? Well, let's find out. Before I go ahead, make sure you go over to my Twitter, @BrainPilot_, and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. So without further ado, I'm BrainPilot, and here is Black Mirror vs. The Twilight Zone. Just to let you know, this video is going to contain spoilers, so if you've not watched either shows, be careful. The stories. Both shows consist of stories that are not related to each other in any way whatsoever, apart from a few Easter eggs, that is. Black Mirror focuses heavily on the implementation of technology and society, and the way that by altering something within it, it has a dramatic effect on the character, and 9 times out of 10, they tend to end up worse off than when they started. The show does a great job at painting a picture of the surroundings and the world that we as the viewer are immersed within. Take San Junipero, for example. They manage to transport us through the decades and allow us to feel as though we're part of this afterlife. Many times, the show leaves you in a way that makes you feel utterly miserable at the fact that this is what society and the advancement of technology could do to us. It's a harrowing thought that is so thought-provoking that you can't stop thinking about it. Although many of the technologies in the show ruin people's lives to the point of no return, you can't help but see the appealing side to them. Black Mirror's narrative is extremely clear, and considering that there have been 19 episodes of the show, the fact that not one episode is considered poor or not even worth watching shows that the quality of writing is there. Charlie Brooker is a genius when it comes to writing this show and creating a dark sci-fi anthology that plays with your mind and has you not only thinking about it, but feeling the repercussions of what you've just watched days or even weeks after you've viewed it. Now let's take a look at The Twilight Zone. This show started off with good potential, and it does a great job of raising relevant issues in today's world. However, the way in which the show goes about portraying them and inflicting them onto the audience is completely wrong. The concepts that the show has, such as the world being destroyed and the last of humanity being lost in space, and it turning out to be a simulation, was an interesting idea. Another concept was somebody being able to replay through her life is also a really great concept. But the problem is that 9 times out of 10, they fall flat and the execution and delivery just isn't there. Many of the episodes drag on for far too long, and I just find myself being bored at some points. Now this is something that I don't enjoy saying, as the original series was in a completely different league to this reboot. But unfortunately, it just doesn't cut it. Black Mirror definitely wins this round. I think that's easy to see. The characters. The characters in both The Twilight Zone and Black Mirror are something that are vital to the shows. In both of them, you need somebody to relate to, especially when it revolves heavily around the downfall and demise of a character. In my opinion, Black Mirror does a much better job at allowing you to feel these emotions towards them. Rarely do you ever hate the main character on screen and the journey that they go on, unless you're supposed to. This is obviously down to not only the writing of the characters, but the casting of the actors and the actresses. The delivery from the cast is second to none, and they always manage to deliver an outstanding performance that allows you to remember the characters and associate them with the episodes. That's something that's important. Within The Twilight Zone, there are great characters that are in the show, such as Samirin the comedian, a traveller, and the pilot in Nightmare at 30,000 Feet. These people are interesting characters that you go on journeys with and you eventually learn a lot about them. And they're all vital to the plot's development. Many other characters in the episodes in the series that have been aired have struggled to translate across the screen, and they've caused me to evoke no emotions towards them whatsoever, nor have they even seemed relevant to the plot. At points, I've rolled my eyes at certain characters, and again, it's a shame to say that. Overall, I would say that Black Mirror wins on the round of the characters and casting. Final thoughts. Overall, I would say that the show that wins this versus is Black Mirror. Not only is it a well-written and better rounded show, it just does a better job at entertaining you. And that's its sole purpose, entertainment. As I said, it messes you up when you watch it, and you can't help but talk about it after. Whereas I feel as though The Twilight Zone is a show that has the capability of doing this, but it just isn't reaching its full potential for some reason. It's a shame, because I wanted this reboot to be a lot better than what it was. But hopefully, Season 2 will be better than what has been put out this year. However, for now, Black Mirror wins. If you want to see what I've rated many TV shows and movies, then head over to my Letterboxd profile. Comment a movie and I'll rate it over there. If you want to say in what videos you see on this channel, then over on the community page I've started releasing polls. Head over there and have a say on what videos you see on this channel. As well, if you want to support the channel in a different way, then I've recently set up a Patreon. Over there you can get your hands on some exclusive content. Take a look and see what you think. What show do you think wins this battle? Do you agree with me? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.